Hey everybody, Tony here. It is Thursday, November 23rd, Turkey Day here in the United States. So if you're in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're going to eat some turkey and pumpkin pie today. But I wanted to talk about the great news that was announced yesterday on Ripple's website about talking about three major banks who are now using RippleNet officially. And we'll talk a bit about why that's important and also why there was no mention of XRP usage, and as well as what I expect to happen down the line with these banks in Ripple trying to get them to use XRP. So the three major banks are Standard Chartered, Access Now, RAKBANK. And obviously they're using RippleNet for cross-border payments. And essentially to meet the increasing demand for real-time payment services, Access Bank, which is based in India, Standard Charter, which is based in Singapore, and RAKBank, which is based in the United Arab Emirates, they're going to now use that for cross-border payments. And here's why. Well, they operate in a market where a lot of payments are being sent back and forth. Now, specifically for the United Arab Emirates, there's a large Indian workforce. So they bring a lot of the migrant workers from India who come in and help build their skyscrapers and get, kind of their construction and different things done. And a lot of those workers are sending a lot of their salaries back home to support their family or whoever it may be. So there's a lot of money being transferred there. And between Singapore and India, there's a huge trade corridor and it's worth $15 billion. So a lot of transferring and movement of money between these three countries. So it was super important for them to find a solution that would make payments frictionless, faster, and obviously more cost effective. Now, there was no mention of XRP usage. They're just using the RippleNet technology. Now, what I've seen in some interviews with the folks at Ripple, they did mention that their goal is to get as many banks to work with them. And sometimes the XRP is not the ideal solution initially, but they did mention that the long-term goal is to get those folks using XRP. And we know that some banks are using XRP, like I've mentioned in my other videos, such as SBI Group, or AKA SBI Holdings, based in Japan. They are all on board with XRP. They came out with their quarterly financial statement, or I believe it was annual, one of those. And you can look up in my previous videos on this, that using XRP, they reduce their cost by 60%, essentially reducing remittance fees and things along that line. So while these three banks are not using it, you're kind of going to have a mixed bag, right? Some are going to use XRP, some are not. But eventually Ripple's goal, as they have stated, and even in my previous video just 2 days ago about Benjamin Lawsky, they brought him on board to help build relationships with banks and to get them to use XRP. So that is still Ripple's goal, but I think they have to kind of crawl before they walk and walk before they run. So that's where right now, no XRP usage for these three banks specifically. But as I mentioned, there's others who have already started leveraging XRP and who are on board with it. So expect Ripple to try to get these banks to use XRP in the future, and as well as other banks. But you may see more stories like this, kind of the mixed bag. Some are on board with XRP, some are not. But I'm sure Ripple's and their team are going to try to convince these folks to use XRP. But for now, it's still a big win because you have three major banks where billions of dollars is being transferred back and forth on board with your technology. And this is why I'm invested in Ripple, because I see the vision, I see the problem that they are solving. I have confidence in the folks they're bringing on board. It's very smart and influential folks. And this is why I'm invested in XRP. And right now, XRP, if I refresh here on CoinMarketCap, they are at 24 cents, looks like 24.247, so maybe they'll approach 25 soon. But I would recommend investing in Ripple. Do your own research, read the white paper, understand the business, understand the folks on the team, understand the history, what they're trying to do. I'm not a investment expert, but I'm just giving my thoughts and why I'm personally invested in Ripple. I've obviously invest in other crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and so forth. but I think Ripple has a huge future because it's involving the banks, and anything involving the banks is going to have lasting potential, and there's going to be huge potential there for value and so forth, because Ripple is working with banks not just in the United States but globally, and that's huge. That's huge. If you think about the amount of banks and getting the major players on board, and they're using your platform for transferring money, I mean, that is huge, man. That's big time. So that's why I believe Ripple has a big things ahead. I believe the value of XRP will slowly increase, and I would recommend it's your call. Do your own research and make sure you make an informed decision. But I would highly recommend investing in Ripple, but only invest what you can afford to lose, as with any cryptocurrency. But we'd love to hear what you guys think. What do you think about this partnership with these three banks? Obviously, just on RippleNet right now, but I believe they will try to get those banks to use XRP. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, please thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos on Ripple and other cryptocurrencies. Talk to you guys later.